Hello, Kids Place friends. Welcome to another episode of Kids Place, where kids come to play, learn, achieve, create, and explore. I'm Ms. Traherne, and this is my co-host,
Mrs. Day. Let's start with our hello song.
Hello, friends. How are you? We're very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down, give a bump and turn around.
This is the way we touch our toes, touch our toes, touch our toes. This is the way we touch our toes so early Sunday morning. This is the way we do knee lifts, do knee lifts, do knee lifts. This is the way we do knee lifts so early Monday morning. This is the way we do jumping jacks, jumping jacks, jumping jacks. This is the way we do jumping jacks so early Tuesday morning. This is the way we do windmills, do windmills, do windmills. This is the way we do windmills so early Wednesday morning. This is the way we do deep squats, do deep squats, do deep squats. This is the way we do deep squats so early Thursday morning. This is the way we hop scotch, hop scotch, hop scotch. This is the way we hop scotch so early Friday morning. This is the way we sit and smile, sit and smile, sit and smile. This is the way we sit and smile so early Saturday morning.
For today's breathing segment, we are going to Town Creek Elementary School to see Mrs. Scott's pre-K students guide us in calming. Just remember to say to yourself, I am safe, keep breathing, I can handle it.
Here, look at Chase. Look, how about if we just look at Chase? Okay? All right, everybody together. What do you do first? You suck up water into your trunk.
One more time. Jason, what was that breath called?
Elephant breath.
Oh yeah, you made that up. That was awesome. I loved it. Thank you.
Thanks to Miss Scott's class for those wonderful examples of breathing. Wasn't that great, Fanny?
They're really good at those.
They really are. Well, today we're going to be talking about some changes, things that you see around us. What do you notice is different? Well, I'm going to give you a clue first. Okay, I've got a couple pictures here that I'm going to put up. Here's the first one. Look, it's bright. It's yellow, and we see it in the sky. What do you think it is, Fanny?
That's the sun.
It's the sun. Good job. This is going to be our symbol today for daytime, because that's when we see the sun, in the daytime. Okay, well, if the sun is our symbol for daytime, what do you think our symbol for nighttime is going to be?
Well, that would be the moon.
The moon, that's right. So I'm going to put this picture up here, the moon. Now, there are some differences between the daytime and the nighttime. Friends at home, can you think about that? What's the difference between daytime and nighttime? Fanny, can you think of one?
Well, one is really bright.
One is very bright. We have a lot of light in the daytime. Now, when the daytime starts to end and the nighttime starts, what do you notice happens to that light?
We have like a sunset, and it gets a little bit darker.
Very good. The sun starts to go down and it starts to get darker, and the nighttime is dark. Good. So those are the two main differences that we can talk about between daytime and nighttime. What other changes might occur? In the daytime, this sun is very what? How does it feel when the sun is beating down on you?
Warm.
It's warm. The sun creates light. When it goes away and the moon comes up, it might get a little bit
Cooler.
It gets cooler at nighttime. So the temperature changes. So we have a light change and we have a temperature change. Now, I want to think about what we do. What changes occur in people between the daytime and the nighttime? During the day, people are
Awake.
they're awake. We're moving around. We're getting things done. And then in the nighttime, people start to slow down. We start to wind down. Our bodies might start to feel tired. And through the night, what do, Fanny? We go to
Sleep.
We go to sleep. That's right. So those are some of the big differences between daytime and nighttime. Now, I want to talk about the daytime and how important this is. We've talked about in a previous episode what the sun does for plants. Can you remember, what does sun do for plants?
It helps them to grow.
It helps them to grow. It helps them to create energy. Well, guess what?
What?
The sun does that for us too.
Ooh.
The sun gives us something called vitamin D, which helps give us some energy throughout the day. So it's really important that we go outside too. So as the weather is getting warmer, sometimes when it's cold, we don't like to go outside as much because we have to bundle up, and it's a little bit more uncomfortable. But this springtime, when it's not super cold and it's not super hot yet either, is a wonderful time to start getting outside. So let's think about some of the things that we like to do outside. Fanny, what do you like to do outside?
I think it's just fun to go for a walk.
It is. And walking not only gets you outside, but it helps you get some exercise and get that blood moving. Some other things that you could do outside. Can you think of something else, friends at home? Yeah, we could go outside to play. We could plan a picnic. We could even do our homework outside, maybe at a table on the porch. Wouldn't that be nice? Sometimes it's nice to go outside and read a book or have a glass of water and just listen to the sounds and breathe in the nice fresh air.
It's fun to see the kids playing games outside too.
It is.
Like hide and go seek.
Yeah, maybe you have some friends in your neighborhood that you like to play with. That's a great idea, Fanny. Well, we're going to write a sentence today about just that. We're going to say, it is important to go outside. Not just to get exercise, but to get that fresh air and get that vitamin D from that sun that's going to give us some energy, okay? So, Fanny, help me. Where do we start?
Always over here on the left.
Always on the left, and I'm going to have my space frog in my hand. I'm going to move these down just a little bit to give me a little bit more space. My sun and my moon. Okay, our first word was it. It has two sounds. Fanny, can you tell me what two sounds do you hear in the word it?
It.
Good job.
And remember to make it uppercase.
Very good. She's right. We have to make it an uppercase letter because it's the beginning of our sentence. So she said the two sounds were it. So I, and what's
T.
that? Good job. It. Okay. Then my next word is. It is. There's my space frog. There's that sound again. What letter is that?
I.
It's an I.
Lowercase this time.
Lowercase this time. It is, listen again, friends. The next word is important.
I hear it again.
We hear it again. It's another I. It is important. This is a big word. Important. Look how long it is. It is important to... Oh, do you think I can fit another word? The next word is go. I think I can fit my space frog and one more over here. It is important to go. Oh, and now I've got to go down.
Return sweep.
That's right. We're going back to the left. When we run out of space on the right side, we go back to the left. And our last word is outside. Now, we talked about a special word on one of our previous episodes. Fanny, do you remember what kind of word outside is?
When two words come together to make a new word, we have a compound word.
Very good. Outside is a compound word. Out is a word by itself, and side is a word by itself. When I put them together, it makes outside. It makes a whole new word. All right, what goes at the end of our sentence, Fanny?
A period.
A period. All right, let's read this back together. Ready? It is important to go outside. All right, let's count how many. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, Fanny, you fell off there. Let me help you. Okay, stay on the top there.
Mrs.
Oh,
Day.
you're welcome. Okay, there was a sound that we heard several times in our sentence today. Fanny, do you remember what sound it was?
I think it was eh.
It was the I sound. Friends at home, make that sound. Ready? I. Okay, now put your listening ears on, and when you hear that sound, I want you to say, stop. Are you ready, Fanny?
I'm ready.
Okay. It.
Stop.
Oh, you're so right. It's this first sound right here. I'm going to circle that one. It is.
Stop again.
There it is again. It is important. It's another one. How many is that?
Did you ever know a frog that got a frog in her throat?
I know. I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat too today, Fanny. Okay, it is important to go outside. How many of those I sounds did we have?
3.
We had 3 it sounds. 1, 2, 3. And we also had a compound word today. The compound word was outside. All right, you guys. I'm excited to keep learning more about the changes that are going on around us. We have a special guest reader today. Why don't we go see who it is?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ryan. I'm the art teacher at Evergreen Elementary School, and I will be reading Sky Color today, a book by author Peter H. Reynolds. Marisol was an artist. She loved to draw and paint, and she even had her very own art gallery. Not all of her art hung in a gallery. Much of it she shared with the world. She painted posters to share ideas she believed in. At school, Marisol was famous for her creative clothes, her box of art supplies, and her belief that everybody was an artist. Yes, Marisol was an artist through and through. So when her teacher told the class they were going to paint a mural for the library, Marisol couldn't wait to begin. The classroom buzzed with the sound of brainstorming. The students talked and sketched. Together, they made a great big drawing. Then they marched to the library. I'll paint a fish. I'll paint one too. I'll paint the ocean. Marisol shouted, I'll paint the sky. Marisol rummaged through the box of paint but could not find any blue. How am I going to make the sky without blue paint? The bell rang. It was time to put their brushes down for the day. As she climbed aboard the bus, Marisol kept wondering. All the way home, she stared out the window. The sun lowered closer to the horizon. Later, at home, Marisol watched the day turn into night. That night, Marisol settled into a deep dream. She drifted through a sky swirling with colors. The colors mixed, making too many to count. In the morning, Marisol stood waiting for the bus in the rain. The sky was not blue. She smiled. At school, Marisol raced to the library. She grabbed a dish and began adding colors. This one, that one. She swirled the brush to make an altogether new color. Marisol then began painting on the wall. A boy asked, "What color is that?" "That," Marisol said, "that is sky color." The end. Thank you for joining me as we read Sky Color. Have a good day.
Well, that was such a wonderful read aloud. Thank you for sharing this book with us today.
Thank you for having me. Would you like to stay for an art lesson today?
What do you think, Kids Place friends? Would you like to stay? We'd love that.
I think that's a great idea.
Wonderful. Let's get started.
Okay.
We are going to do an artwork today that is all about sky color. So we're going to be drawing a landscape, and we're going to be using a special technique to add color to our skies. So you probably noticed that during the day, every time you look out the window, the sky might be a different color. Is it always blue? No, sometimes it changes. So I have a few short videos to show you about how the sky changes during the day. What colors do you see so far? What's one color you see?
Yellow and orange mixed together.
Yep, we got some yellowy orange colors in there. What other colors do you see?
I see a bluish teal.
Bluish teal. Oh, I see that too. Any other colors, Aurora?
Dark blue.
Yeah, there's some darker blue too. Sometimes the sky is blue.
And really light blue.
All right, let's give it some time to change a little bit. Let's see if we can see any more colors as we're watching.
Peachy color in the background.
A peachy color. What other color do you see?
Yellow. With, light purple.
Light purple. Harper, what colors do you see?
The orange is coming out.
Yeah, it's starting to get more orange. We see more bright yellow here. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think we see the sky color change? Why do you think?
Because overnight it changes, so it goes down.
What goes downer?
The sun.
The sun. Oh, could it be related to where the sun is in the sky? Anyone else think that? Yeah, a few people? Kind of. Ooh. What do you notice now about the sky? A dark orange? Yeah, look at these oranges starting to get more deeper in color. What do you see?
I see the clouds are
The clouds are starting to get orange, and that's because they reflect. They're reflecting the light from the sky and off the water. What else do you see?
I see a little bit of gray.
A little bit of gray? Yeah, there's some gray up here. So is the sky always blue? No. So this has a lot of words up there, but the sky changes color because of the sun. When the sun is in the sky, as it starts close down by the horizon where we see this, like the land meet the sky, the sun's closer to us, and so we see more red and orange and yellow light waves. And as the sun moves higher up in the sky, then we really only see the blue rays of light. But the time of day and even the different seasons, like winter, spring, summer.
And like in winter you see like light gray.
Yeah, it might look more gray in the winter. Those can all have an effect on what sky colors we see. Yes.
Today this morning it was all dark in the sky and dark.
It was kind of like overcast today. We call that overcast. I thought this was a fun thing. This is an example of 1 year in New York City. Every single day, an artist painted what color the sky was. So you can see that there were all different colors in the sky, and this was day 1, and then he went all the way to the end of the year. We are going to be focusing on creating sky color. We'll be drawing a landscape. We're going to be doing a technique of print making. That means we're putting color down and then printing it onto our paper. And we'll be creating a wax resist with that printmaking technique. On your table, you see that there are trays of the supplies. You're just looking with your eyes right now. We're going to be using paper. We're going to be using oil pastels for our example today, but you could also use crayons for this. Washable markers in just different colors that might be found in the sky during the day. Tin foil, and then I have my special spray bottle that I'll be coming around with, okay? And you will need a placemat in front of you. We are going to start with our white paper. I thought that the landscape that we draw today will be the beach, because I don't know about you, I am ready for summer. So we're going to be drawing a beach with a palm tree and then adding in the beautiful sky colors after. On your white paper, you're going to draw some sand along the bottom of your paper with the peachy color. And I'm trying to fill in all of the white space. I put some blue oil pastels in there. I'm just going to give a thin line of blue on top of my peach sand to make it look like the water. We're going to add a palm tree, and so I'm going to use my brown oil pastel first, and I'm going to draw 2 curved lines for my palm tree, because the wind at the beach kind of blows the palm trees, so they're never really straight up and down at the beach. So you can draw your palm tree trunk the best you can. Next, we're gonna add the leaves to our palm tree, and they have big leaves that are almost shaped like a football. And I draw them by making a smile line with a rainbow line on the top. So I'm gonna add a few leaves, smile line, rainbow line on the top, rainbow, smile line, just to fill in around my palm tree. And then you can color in the leaves with the oil pastel. I'm trying to make sure my colors are pretty solid and I'm covering up all the white where I'm adding color, so that way the sky color does not show up inside my leaves. For the next step, you are going to set your drawing off to the side, and you're going to carefully, calmly get one piece of the tin foil off of your tray. For the next step, we're going to be using markers. For this, we have to make sure that we color enough space on our tin foil so that it's as big as our white paper. We're going to draw on the foil, and we're not really going to draw pictures. We're just going to do big areas of color. You can do a pattern, you can do puddles of color, but I'm kind of going to lay my marker on its side so I can make some thick lines. And I'm going to draw big areas of color on my foil with my marker colors next to each other, not on top of each other. So I've got some turquoise on my paper. I'm adding in some pink. The next step is my favorite part of the whole project. I'm gonna come around with a bottle of water and I'm gonna spray on your marker. And you're gonna let it sit for just a few seconds. Let the colors blend, let the water do its job. And then you're going to take your drawing and put it palm tree side down on the paper. You can give it a gentle back rub and then let it sit to absorb the sky color. And then we'll do a big reveal when everyone's done. All right, friends, now is the time we've all been waiting for. You may peel up one corner of your artwork and flip it over to reveal your sky color. These turned out to be beautiful skies. I love hearing that you're thinking about the time of day when your sky is. Maybe it's the sunrise, maybe it's a sunset. Here is what we are going to do. If you have lots of white still in your sky, I think those are just clouds passing through. Here is what we're gonna do. Take your foil and carefully crumble it into a ball so that the marker's all inside.
If you would like to check us out more, you can find us at the local cable channel number 96 or on SMCPS YouTube. And you can also email us at kidsplace@smcps.org.
It's that time in the show where we have to say goodbye.
It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Bye, friends.
See you next time.